Hello and welcome back to the next episode. Now, as last time explained, we are going to continue our war build up. I'm going to start skipping stuff like the Earth campaigns here, because now all the federations and everything is in place and we just need to conquer some stuff, and I'm going to skip that because I already know how it works. I just have to maybe do some shenanigans with like purchase on certain things like Taiwan here to get around the 7 nukes and so on, but in general that's how it's going to be. Now meanwhile we have to keep an eye on our stations and of course also on science. We want the coil guns here, but also of course all the tech, and then we start building our ships and get our first defense fleets going, and then we have to decide on a proper drive for the late game. But I'm going to skip ahead a bit because we have some goals we need to do, like here Austronesia, which has claims on Madagascar and so on, so we have to conquer some stuff, and that's going to be our next steps. Well, it's 2031. We have reached 1.5 degree in regards to climate. Now, we're going to do, of course, greater efforts here. Meanwhile, we are expanding as projected. Philippines is ours, Madagascar is the next on the chopping block, and then that's basically what we want to take because Australia has the rest here. We could still take Vaenor here, which has a claim by Indonesia and America. So probably we are going to declare war by... I don't care. Not important, 0.4 million. It's just an island. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get into Taiwan next. Although someone broke our oligarch's point for whatever reason and how. Well, it's a miracle for me, but I'm not going to complain here because we are still in a very good spot. And that gives us a little bit of income and influence here right now. Of course, Indonesia now is up to 433 million. Really, really nice. And we are trying to fix it with our priorities here. The biggest problem is the inequality here, but will be fine. And yeah, also China has surpassed the score of 1 here. Now the welfare 1 here will slowly start tick up to produce even more sustainability score. So that's really, really nice. And we are already down to, let's see, 4.26 billion. So that's definitely a change. In fact, where are we here? 3.1, 1.11 billion. Yeah, but we are going heavy into mission control here because that's more important right now. And of course knowledge, but yeah, 1.5k here and 1.2k here. So China still needs some boost in regards to knowledge. So as soon as we need more bonuses here, but still, it's fine. We are slowly going up in knowledge here. And merging Indonesia in, which is only at 6.8, will drop our knowledge score massively again. But we are also going to get massive amount of new population. And at least if we stay above 1 with the sustainability here, that's perfect in the end. Okay, going to continue here because it's basically only Earth campaign here. Well, here we are at Diamondoid. Oh, that's the doorstep to... no, the step to... what's called the better armor, which we need. We're also going into ultra capacitors here for the advanced coil guns and coil cannons in the end. And we are pushing currently 1 alien project here, so 1 more before we dive into the coil cannon and the coil battery researches. Yeah, so because this one unlocks the next quest which we need here, either warfare here. So I want to just get that one unlocked because I don't know the cost, so maybe we can progress our quests passively slowly when we prepare for total war. And yeah, also we are now in November already. I had a little bit of a problem with losing points here in Australia, so I couldn't unify yet. But that's something we are going to do now. Meanwhile, I used the time to build a little bit more MC here in Indonesia, in fact. And also pushing this one slowly upwards here. And yeah, so Supaya, you can fix US again, because people are pushing public opinion there again. And now we can use Sheena here to do a national policy here first.
On my way to the capital.
And in the next turn we are going to do Unifying Malaysia and Indonesia. So let's play through this, in fact, because I consider it quite interesting. There's not much that we can do here right now in regards to Indonesia and everything, so it's just going to be merged into one
their hearts and minds.
super Malaysia here. And that's, of course, awesome.
Mission complete.
Okay, unification with the Republic of the Southern Cross here. Let's do it. There we go. Perfect. Now we have one massive country here. Of course, we are going to fix this here as well. And now let's check our regions again. The only thing that's missing here, of course, are Kuala Lumpur and Ho Chi Minh here, so the Southeast Asian bits here, which we are not going to take. Taipei, we didn't have the time yet to break this actually, but we have massive public opinion here, so we are going to do this next. And, well, next is the merge with Malaysia, and then we can investigate how many control points we have left here. Now, here we are, December, and our United Malay Nation is on the map. It has currently 6 armies, which is a little bit much for this small state. So what we are going to do here, in fact, is we are going to use our... Yeah, we are going to use you here. We are going to disband at least 4 armies here to get these investment points, which will be useful. And wait a second, why are you not where you're supposed to be? And you as well, why are you... what? Go home. Okay, apparently I sent one of the armies wrong. What are you doing? So you go back to Sydney, Canberra. You go back to Jakarta. So what we are going to disband are the armies without a navy. And later on, when we merge into China, we are also probably going to disband at least 1 army here, so that we have like 6. Yeah, USA also has 6, so I think 6 is the goal I want to reach. Then we have like 2 times 6 armies, which is fine, even for the worst case that we have to fight aliens or conquer something. Now, our new Malay here, it can invest into some mission control still, so we have 2 left on Madagascar, we have 1 here in Davao, 2 in Medan, 1 in Manila, a lot in Jakarta. We could also consider to do a direct investment here. So we could... that's 600 influence here. That's all the influence we got for almost 2 mission control. Might be worth it, in fact. What we could pick up there is a project. In fact, let's finish up parasite resistance here. So let's just do this turn here.
Lending my expertise.
Permanent.
Offering assistance.
So we're going to boost the Malay Nation here to just make this process of modernization a bit better here. Of course, we're going to boost GDP here. Because we are only at 24 investment points, we could be at like 30 relatively fast. Like USA has 40, China has 40.
Neutralize their key people.
Okay, perfect. Close. Yeah, self-driving vehicles is done. Now we can take here the coil cannon. Yes, coil cannon. And parasite is almost done now. So let's do this, which is going to be a quest. There we go. Until we can ascertain some means of overcoming the aliens' chemosensory-based mind control, we are ultimately doomed to be in their thrall. Needless to say, this is a highly undesirable. But armed with the knowledge that parasites are not a mere chemical signal, but in fact living cells, we have been able to formulate a treatment that shields humans from the effects. A vaccine, as it were. Albeit one which requires regular booster shots in order to remain effective. Okay. And now I think... yeah, we have to wait for the next major quest here. We could still hunt for the Pegasus here as an alternative drive, but I want to first do all the things we need. So where are you? Colgan batteries here. Yeah, there you go. So Colgan batteries are next. Improved shipbuilding is going to be useful because we want to go into adamantine and fleet logistics here. So that's good. And we also picked arrival culture at some point because that's going to give us instrument of soft power, which is useful. Literacy training is also quite good, and of course we need at some point accelerando and arrival governance here. Arrival governance is in fact something I would like to pick follow up here. And now the big question is, do we want to do Pan-Asian? And I think no. Instead we want to get the weapons going to build a fleet, because we shouldn't waste more time on Earth right now. We need to use our MC and establish a safe presence, and then we can make stations and everything is nice. So let's keep going here. Oh no, wait a sec. No, we did the project, yeah. So let's keep going here. Okay, let's wrap up this episode here. Now we are at the conquest of Taiwan here, and we are also closing in on the Pan-Asian Combine. The first thing we are going to do when we have reached Pan-Asian Combine is of course to start the federation here with the United Malay Nation, and afterwards we can start conquering stuff here. And probably the last ones to fall are going to be here, Japan and Korea, because they are relatively defended. Especially because Korea has nukes, and I think Japan doesn't have one yet. Now, it's of course going to be quite a lot of micromanagement there. Yeah, not permanent, it's just one more. But basically we have solved our Asian goals here for the moment. I mean, that's basically more micromanagement coming up here, which I'm not going to show. But basically the main idea that we want to do here is now basically unstoppable. And also in regards to space, okay, the army here, our own army, we have to kill it though. It's annoying, but there's nothing we can do about it. That's of course problematic, but doesn't matter. We researched in between the first two coil guns, and now we have adamantine armor here. What I need to check once is, I think for the second lever, the coil gun batteries is what we got here, and we do want the upgrade. Improved coil gun, so improved coil gun batteries here. Is it just... no, we need high temperature superconductors. I knew there was something we are missing here. And for advanced, we in fact need superconductors, I think. Advanced... spoil... so coil gun batteries here. Yeah, okay, so I picked the wrong one. We do need ultra capacitors for the second one, third one, and not for the second one. And we do need exotic materials, of course, but that's fine. I mean, I knew that we would use exotic for those. But I'm a bit annoyed because I picked the wrong tech and I didn't check it in between. So ultra capacitors here is the wrong one. We do need adamantine armor here though, so we can push also over agriculture and then pick the required tech here. We can already check out how the ship will look like. So ship classes here, design a ship. And what I want to use this time compared to, I think it's the Battlecruiser, and the battleship has 2 nose hardpoints. Okay, so maybe in fact I'm going to... 3. Okay, it's 3 nose hardpoints here. So let's auto-design this. Yeah, and heavy coil cannon, that's exactly what I am considering to use. Okay, let's obsolete some stuff here. Light coil cannons, heavy coil cannons, spinal coiler, heavy siege coiler, spinal siege coiler. So I'm considering, so heavy, we have the heavy coil cannon, and we have the heavy siege coiler. 800. What's the difference here? Oh, 3 shots and 1 shot. Okay. So this one is slinging 1 massive shot, and the other one, which I normally use, is slinging 3 shots over 36 seconds. This one is just 1 shot every 48 seconds. But of course, this one, yeah, it's a lot of damage, in fact. So it's also a lot of HP, therefore. 3 times 1300. Yeah, so it's a little bit less than 3 shots. I want to use the heavy siege coiler here. And now what I need here, hull weapons. I want the point defense force here. We don't need the ray cannons anymore here, so they can also be obsoleted, all of them. We shouldn't have done the tech in the end, but there was a chance that we had to use them. We didn't in the end. Coil heavy, Harlequin. Okay, so we don't need Harlequin anymore, and Keelback. Thames. We might use the Artemis for a while still. No, wait a second. That was a mistake. The Artemis is the outdated one. Which one is the upgraded one? Is it Copperhead? 18.3 GS. Quite fast. Keelback. Okay, I need to dig for this again. I need to check what we unlocked here. I am not sure anymore. So we could have like these heavy siege coil ships here. 2 point defense. Maybe. ECM, water heat sink, flag bridge, targeting computer, tin droplet, quantum battery, molten core fission reactor, teardrop. No, teardrop. Oh, wait a second. Let's see. We're not going to use any rockets here anymore, so these can all go into obsolete. Nerva drive is also nothing we use. Either pulsar drive. No, the last one. Okay, so you would give us what? 12 kps this way? 12 kps. I don't care. And advanced pulsar. Yeah, we're going with the advanced pulsar here. can still upgrade the solid core fission reactor if we want to. We don't need. So basically, I want like 10 kps here, something like this. Yeah, let's keep one armor here, and we don't need that much armor in front because we don't want to get hit anyway. Now the problem is, of course, flag bridge we only need one, so we do need to design something like the flagship. So for example, this could be the flagship. Save design. And then we would copy the Battlecruiser here and remove the flag bridge here. And instead we could... I don't know. You could also just leave it open. Beach. Okay, why do you not let me design this? Okay, siege. There you go. Perfect. And these two could be our battlecruisers, and then we would need something like a battleship alongside this. Now we are going to remove all the other classes here which we don't use anymore. Our monitors will go away at some point. The build costs are okay, in fact. Yeah, that's okay. We can't build unlimited amounts of these ones, but still. So do we want to just start up one of these flagships on Earth and on Mars? Maybe. We could still refactor them to a better design, in fact. We do have DMC, so let's do this, in fact. We're going to... wait a second. Ship class. No. If we were to upgrade our siege class, we want to have the better armor. Okay, so hull cannot change. Armor can change freely. Okay, so we can upgrade our armor to the new model. Okay, yeah, so we could do this because we can upgrade to the newer version of the weapon and we can upgrade to the newer version of the armor. So that's not a problem. Therefore, let's build our flagships here. One on Earth, one on Mars here. And then we are going to also build the siege class battleships here. 2 on Earth, 1 on Mars. So these cost us how much? How much do they cost us? 3. Okay, so we have 5 ships under construction here. 15 points, that's fine. When they're finished, we can just remove our monitors here and build more of them. And then we also have to... When these are finished, we can change our Mars shipyard and remove the layered defense arrays for more shipyards and then start Mars producing ships. And we can also remove our layered defense arrays here and also start producing Mars massive amounts of ships here. And so this is the start of the campaign basically in the space. What do we need still? So we do need a little bit of Marines here. I think I researched everything in regards to Marines already. I did some small projects in between without talking about them. Yes, I did the normal Marine thing for our ships. So what we're going to do is remove all servant and protectorate and initiative from Mars and taking over what we can in regards to mining here. So we can still fit 9. I want to do this all on Mars, but we can defend this with our 2 fleets that we are going to have. So basically what we are going to need here, would need to design a new ship class here, which is basically, this is a utility module. I think monitors at the most here. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Frigates have, oh no, 4. Frigates have 4 in fact. Corvettes have 2. So we could use corvettes or we could use frigates. I think I'm going to use frigates here and then just put advanced marines into them. So that's 0.6 points. So each of them are 24 marine score basically, or 18 depending if you need another module. And now if we check, for example, the servant base here, which is an it has what? Minus 107? What? Minus? Layer defense arrays. Weird. This is terrible. Okay, let's check other ones. Okay, so they are currently in some kind of a problem. Well, that's fine with me. So they can't defend. Wouldn't that mean that we only need like 1 marine to get those? Probably. And initiative here, yeah, they also not. So maybe we only need 1 marine frigate, in fact, to take over the base here. That would be cheap. Very cheap. So maybe we are going to build these after the flagship. We are going to build the marines and then we just start taking over stuff. But of course we also need more ships to have something in defense. But that's fine. We will solve this. Now let's wrap up here and integrate Taiwan into our glorious nation. And then we can wrap up this episode here. In between, I invested a little bit into mission control here, but we are lacking influence to do this long term. I started researching modules which give us influence.
We were unable to increase security.
But when we have our fleet in, when we have our protection fleets going, then we can consider making apps which produce huge amounts of influence. With that, we can then invest properly into all these kind of things we need. So the army is gone. Now we are already quite damaged here, but we are invading with a lot of armies here. And let's just do the same basically again. What's the public opinion here? Yeah, fixed again. Perfect. USA is already at 82 mission control, so that's our main mission control thing. But for example, Mexico can fit 23.
Offering assistance.
And that's of course extremely massive. So there's a lot of room still to do this.
The people will come to our side.
And I think that's all we
didn't have any effect.
Why are you failing now? Maybe she has turned on us here.
Forget the trappings.
Okay, arrival culture is done. And now we need the high temperature superconductor. Yeah, improved coil batteries. I should have read this. Okay, Pan-Asian Combined is next now. And Taiwan is falling quickly now. Come on, come on, come on. We are heavily damaged here. There we go. Perfect. Taiwan is integrated. Got a little bit of government score here. And of course a little bit of GDP upgrade. 750, that's a lot. 1.7k in the total GDP. Perfect. Okay, now what do we need? What else do we need? That would be nice. Damage control here. I think it's also for ships, so let's take this one as well. Oh no, that's slowing down our adamantine armor project. So let's stay on a social project. So maybe we do another. This one is a nice one. Let's do this. Oh, wait a second. There's something I want. the broadcast outlet here, because this one is producing influence and I want the upgrade of this one. Okay, and now let's wrap this up. We're at 633. And the next steps are of course relatively simple. So you don't need to do this anymore. And
Ready for my mission.
we need just
Ready for
one
orders.
national policy here in China to start our federation here. And then in less than a year, so like 6 months or 7 months or whatever the cooldown currently is, we can merge Malay into China, which will integrate almost 600 million people, 550, growing by 1% in fact, while we are here shrinking. Ah, no, we can't see it, but China is shrinking in theory. And so the next steps are here, this area, and building up our fleet. See you in the next episode. Leave a like and subscribe.